Hey, hooligans! This is the first in a series of real short videos. What I want to do is try and help you make use of the FBX files. Now that the AMGA team has made them for download on MyPed Hooligan, I thought it would be kind of cool to talk a little bit about some things you can do with them and how you get started with that using Unreal Engine 5. Why Unreal Engine 5? Well, it's an amazing tool to create some really cool content with our hoolies. And of course, it's the engine behind the rabbit hole itself. I know it's a powerful tool. I know it takes a lot of compute power, but the beauty of us is we have Hooligan. So the MGI team thought of everything. We've got Hooligan for some great content, great video. But now we have FBX files. We can start to do some more complex stuff with our Hooligan. So I'm going to show you some tips and techniques and some things in getting started with Unreal Engine 5. So first, let's go ahead in this video. It's going to be about just creating our first project. So if we launch the Unreal Engine, first of all, you have to go and download the Unreal Engine. And if you want to get more up to date on training on Unreal, I recommend YouTube. I recommend Udemy. There's some wonderful courses there, and Pluralsight in any one of the online training vendors. So when you open Unreal, first thing you do is you have some templates. So these are templates for creating projects. And we're going to go ahead and create a film, video, and live event project with a blank template that has really simple functionality, but it's powerful enough for us to really kind of get going on things. It'll help me sort of take you through getting your Hooligan, getting cameras set up, getting textures applied, creating animations, that sort of stuff. So firstly, you'll pick the folder you want to put this in. So I'm going to choose first Hooli project as the folder. I will create the project called Hooli project, let's call it. And we'll build on this. Hopefully this project starts simple and it starts to build in subsequent videos. So don't worry about clicking start or content or retracing. We are going to start with blank set of content. So when we go ahead and first create our project, this may take a few seconds, sometimes maybe a few minutes, depending on the power of your machine. Sometimes some things need to load and basically you can see there's shaders that compile and things like that. But since we have a very simple project with no content in it, voila, we should have an empty and blank project with, let's call this a stage set up with a player start and some lighting, and pretty basic and pretty simple. So when you first get into Unreal, you're really in the main level and you open up this content drawer. So the content drawer is really the place where you manage and keep track of, just like in any file manager, your assets, whether they're blueprints or animations or things like that. So for this video, I'm really going to just spend a few minutes setting up some folders for us down the road, and maybe take you through some of the simple features and some of the simple menus and the way Unreal's laid out. So in content, first thing we want to do is just notice that there's a main level. So this is our main level, and it's got this simple stage on here, as I said, with a player start and some lighting, and it's pretty straightforward. But for us, let's go ahead and right click, and you'll see all the different types of assets and things that you can create. Too much to cover right now. For now, we're going to use this new folder button, and we're going to go ahead and create a folder called Blueprints. And the Blueprints folder is where we'll store all of our blueprints. We're also going to create a folder called Animations. And again, the idea here is not that this is required. It's more just to sort of keep track of where your stuff is, and it'll help explain later sort of what's in those things in subsequent videos. The third folder I'm going to create is I'm actually going to load a Hooli, and it's Hooli number 1830. So I'm just going to create a folder called 1830, just because that's the number of my Hooli. You really need to probably give him a better name. But for now, we'll have these couple of folders, including our main level here in the root of our content folder. And again, what you see here is the scene. Up here you have different ways to select and rotate your scene. Over here we have the play button, and what this is basically to sort of activate your game or your video in the viewport here, and this is considered the viewport. So if I hit play, what do we see? We see absolutely nothing, and that's by design. We really haven't done anything but created a project and went ahead in our content drawer and set up a couple of folders. So that's it for now. I wanted to at least get our project started. And in the next video, what I'll do is talk a little bit about how we load our FBX file in and get our first character set up. So that's all for now.